Premier Racing Setups is the longest running setup shop on iRacing. Our monthly subscription options start as low as $20 a month. We offer setups for dirt oval, asphalt oval, and road racing, covering a wide range of cars and skill levels. Built and tested by top-tier sim racers, this isn't just a business, it's a community of competitive drivers. If you want to better your iRacing experience, head over to PremierRacingSetups.com today. And remember, if you don't get one, you're going to chase one.
Good Wednesday evening, hump day, race fans. Welcome to the Digital Sim Sports Network of the Dirt Racing Network and a live coverage of the Midwest Truck Series presented by SecureALift Boat Lift Restraint Systems. Round number 8 of season number 7, all the way out in the mountains of California. Autoclub Speedway. Got about 4.5 minutes, just a tick over that in practice left. 28 drivers have checked in to take on this very challenging 2-mile D-shaped speedway. Been watching these guys practice for about 45 minutes. And a lot of movers on the board. The draft is going to be important. Clean air, dirty air, how you manage your tires, all going to come into play here tonight. Your current points leader leading the way in practice, 40.682 seconds. Ooh, that was Mashburn going around. He got the left sides a little too far onto that white line and de-wedged that truck, and he nearly died twice. That shot right there. Speaking of, your points leading, there he is. Hello, Mr. Ken. Missed you earlier this week, buddy. I didn't see you in the chat on Monday or Tuesday. And speaking of it, there is the 69 truck. Making his laps, getting a little more practice. He's trying to figure out where he wants to run on the track. I talked to him a few minutes ago. He was trying to decide if he's going to run low, if he's going to run high, if they were going to change his steering box and put the ratio a little higher or lower. Sixth quick right now. Just about a tenth off of the guy in front of him. So plenty of speed in that 69 truck. Father Time in the house. And here's your house truck, the 27 of Brock Bigelow. The other SecureALift truck, the little Bodine throwback truck. Hey, man, my timing has been all over it tonight so far. I am bound to screw that up, guys, because Amanda jumps in the chat, and there's the 99 truck on the screen. So Ken jumped in, and Mike was right there. 24, Corey Blevins. Back to the white truck this week. The Cambinator. Said he was a cruise missile looking for a place to detonate tonight. I don't know what that means. There's the 01 of Hayden Herman. Backstretch is so bumpy here. You can see that truck jumping up and down, jostling all around. Backstretch is so bumpy. Rattle your teeth out. Guys had a race here with mouthpieces in because of that. The 51 of Jonathan Scott. Brad Evil. We talked about Jacob Mashburn a couple of minutes ago. He's back out. They put tires on that truck and he got back out. And this truck, inexplicably, still no paint on that 707 truck. Somebody wants to sponsor somebody. That truck sure could use some paint on it. Welcome you all in. Guys, say hi in the chat. Let us know where you're watching from. You got a favorite driver, make sure you shout them out. Everybody so far has. And if you haven't already, over on Facebook, like, share, follow. If you're on YouTube and Twitch, hit the subscribe button so that you'll know every time we go live. 4 nights a week. Right now, DSRL has their truck series on Mondays, their O'Reilly series on Tuesdays. We've got these guys on Wednesdays, and then the Road to Pro Cup guys are on Thursday nights. Tiny Dancer. How you doing, buddy? And I don't know if he's watching or not, but I did hear that we were going to have a viewer that I haven't talked to and haven't had any communication with in just a minute. But if you're around, Mike Vining, enjoy the show, buddy. Say hi in the chat for me if you would. All right, qualifying time. Couple of laps. And these boys will get after it here tonight. Drivers all over the place heading out. There's the 8 truck. Michael Everett. He had some pretty good speed in practice. He was, well, 3rd or 4th quick. Replace them all, man. Replace them all. I have a joke in there about that somewhere, but I feel like if I said it, they'd shut me down. So I'm not going to do it. I heard a little breathe of the throttle right there coming up off of turn 4. That truck got a little tight. On the clock now. He has no choice but to make it work. Yeah, I would agree, but I'm still not saying the joke. It doesn't matter. I have all kinds of people on me. And not the kinds you want. Michael Everett's going to be one of the first. Harley Barletta is close, but I think Everett will be the first one to post official qualifying time. Lap 1 for the 8 truck. Oh, he wasn't first. He's third quick. Garrett Boyd is number 1, 40.85. Barletta bumps him down. Blevins bumped him too. Kevin Spalding. Ryan Campa now. Campa has been getting some qualifying laps in. He was quick on Monday night in the trucks over at Michigan. A very similar track to this. Kind of a sister track to it. There's Cody Smith, second quick right now. Cody Smith's lap. 40.93 to that 40.88. Boyd moved back to 4th. We'll see if he can hold that. Nope. Greg Smith moves up there in the 6th truck. There's Corey Blevins up to 3rd. Bigelow, 6th quick now as he finishes his qualifying efforts. I'm looking for, well, you know what? Let's go watch the old man. Let's go watch the 43 truck for a minute. David Duran and Justin Duran both on dirt. Justin Duran 23rd quick, and I can promise you he ran the high line all the way around, tried to burn off a little bit of fuel. Russell Harrell jumps to 17th now. There's Justin Duran, 40.774 seconds. Bested Brandon Mackey, and Mackey's second lap. Crossed the line. Did not improve. He stays second quick. Reed Rundle jumped to 9th. Let's see what David Duran on his second lap does. And David Duran takes over the top spot at 40.753 seconds. Kyle Gomez. And he looks like he's trying to run the bottom all the way around like the shortest route. Don't think that's the fastest. What you really want to do is you want to run out there by the wall on your warm-up lap and your first lap, and then you want to hit the bottom at both ends for lap 2. You burn a little fuel, it lightens the truck just a little bit, and it helps with the tire heat and not overheating the right front or right rear tire. And then you cut that apron right there at about that start box. Gomez on the first lap. 26th. We'll see what he does on lap number 2. In through the middle. Did not take it to the white line. He ran out of time just before. Man, he was just a couple of ticks from getting there. So David and Justin Duran, and I think we saw this party last week. They'll go to the back. Mackey as well. But I think we saw the Duran party last week. 42 of David Duran next to the 5 of brother Justin. Scheduled to be on the front row. They'll be moving to the back. 99 of Brandon Mackey, and the 81 of Harley Barletta in row number 2. Cody Smith, the 7. Corey Blevins, the 24, row number 3. Then it's the 6 of Greg Smith, next to the 43 of Reed Arundel in row number 4. Row 5, the 25, Kevin Spaulding, Brock Bigelow, the 27. Inside of row number 6, you'll find the 21 of Garrett Boyd, and the 83 of Stephen Pearson will be his partner in that row on the outside. Brad Ebel, the 56, Ryan Campbell, the 204, make up row number 7. Our 8th row is the 51 of Jonathan Scott and the 26 of Tyler Horn inside and out. Coy Callis in the 2, Travis Downing the 18, they are row 9. Row 10 is the 8 of Michael Everett on the inside. Russell Harold in the 19 on the outside of that row. We'll move back to our 11th row, the 45 Todd Cleek, next to the 707 of Chris Gaxel. You'll find the 69 of Mike Forstner and the 88 of Todd Keir back in row number 12. And then it's Jacob Mashburn, the 22, Kyle Gomez, the 55. It seems like every night this week we've had double-digit car or matching-digit cars in the same row. The 22, the 55. It was 2 last night and 2 on Monday night as well. And the 01 of Hayden Herman next to Gary Wright in the 95. They'll fill in our 14th and final row. 28 starters for the 100-lapper here. 5 trucks are going to be moving to the back, and we'll watch. There's a split from those 2. There's Mackey sliding back there. And there's Garrett Boyd. And is that Greg Smith right behind him? Or right in front of him, I'm sorry. Yeah, there's your 5. That guy right there will start. Shotgun Charlie. He will be the last truck all the way to the back. Greg Smith will be the first of those 5. Then it looks like Garrett Boyd, Brandon Mackey, David Durand, and Justin Durand. They are going to move Cody Smith and Harley Barletta to our front row. I haven't seen you in a minute, Chanelli. Welcome back. We'll go take a look in the middle of the pack. We'll watch the start. As they get into the start box. We're underway for round number 8 of the Midwest Truck Series presented by SecureALift Boat Lift Restraint Systems. Oh boy, Todd Cleek. We're going to have a big pile up. Caution immediately. We don't have to go far for this one. It is going to be the purple and black truck. Right in front of Mike Forstner, and Forstner backed it off. Cleek spun the tires across. Or that was Travis Downing, I'm sorry, in front of Todd Cleek. And so we didn't even get past the start-finish line with the full field. And we will have caution number 1. Some of these guys still trying to get things sorted out. That was Chris Gaxel. Looked like he was spinning. What happened to him? He gassed it up and it dove on him. Cold tires, and I think maybe they spun tires a little bit. You know, if I remember right, a practice session about 2 weeks ago for Digital Sim Racing League at Michigan, and a driver that I won't mention his name at all, but I won't say that he's not right in the middle of the screen right now, did the exact same thing on the start at the practice race. And he cleaned out the back half of the field. So, cold tires, hard starts. Yeah. Brad Ebel is going to pit what I think he was 8th when he dove in here early. I don't know. Maybe he just wants to go to the back. He doesn't want to be part of the mayhem. So a quick caution. We'll get everybody doubled up. We'll lose a couple of laps. I don't know if Aaron and Mary Lee are around. I think they're on vacation, but either way, hi to them. Thanks for making sure we can get this on the air for everybody. We're doubled up now, getting ready to get back to it. So, you letting Griffey stay up past bedtime to watch the show or just watch the racing? Because the show is the show. And I understand that. 0-1. Oh, yeah, we'll get there. We'll get around to everybody. David Duran, Travis Downing, Russell Harrell, Gary Wright, Chris Gaxel just came off pit road. Todd Kleek. All these guys are on pit road. Still damaged trucks. And David Durand was your pole sitter until the invert with the top 5 in points going to the back. So, trouble, we got lights back on. So we'll look around through the field a little bit. There's Justin Durand, beneficiary of everybody going to pit road and getting some free spots. He's up to 17th. He started 28th. Looks like maybe Greg Smith and Garrett Boyd have decided they were going to go to pit road and top off again with fuel. They're only going to gain maybe a lap or two, but still. David Durand rolling out. He's going to try to catch the back of the field here, it looks like. I don't see anything on the front of that truck. I don't see anything on the back of that truck, so maybe precautionary. It looks like Downing is done, Kleek is done, and I'm going to go with Gary Wright is also done. So looks like the 3 retirees. And maybe Downing is going to sit there and try to get some work done on that truck. Get back out here, try to collect some points. But we're into 3 and 4. We're getting ready for the restart. Barletta and Smith. Blevins and Spalding. Front 2 rows getting ready to get back after it here.
Green.
Back to the green flag. Doesn't look like much tire spin this time. 4 wide. Getting into turn 1, Greg Smith right on the bottom. They get it sorted out pretty quickly, but he stacked it up 4 wide off the bottom. Now they're kind of sorting it out a little bit. It's down to 2 wide through most of the field. A little bit of a pack here. Herman and Camber side by side. That's Forstner right behind them. Barletta's got the lead. Cody Smith, Kevin Spalding, Corey Blevins. And then it's side by side behind that between Bigelow and Rundle. Jonathan Scott staying in the top line. Rundle will move his way to P5 Bigelow. Now is Jonathan Scott. And Jonathan Scott has figured out that that top line has a ton of momentum on the exits of these corners. Probably a little easier on the tires as well, as Rundle once again side by side with Blevins. he is trying to make use of that. I'm talking about Jonathan Scott. Try to clear Reed Rundle. So he gets past Bigelow. He clears Rundle. Now he's going to the high side. He's going to work around and clear Corey Blevins in the 24. So Jonathan Scott using that high side to make a run. I know Barletta found it out in practice. I watched him run about 20 laps up there. Stand right around the top of the speedway. Cody Smith out in front. He'll go to the point for the first time tonight. Left Kevin Spaulding in the bottom lane by himself. Jonathan Scott now up to third. He's staying married to that outside line. And he is making it work. Eighth place right there, Stephen Pearson. Tyler Horn, the 26. Boyd Callis, Michael Everett, Mike Forstner, that's 12th place. There's Hayden Herman in 13th. Justin Duran now up to 14th. He's got Greg Smith right behind him and Ryan Kamba. I thought he was trying to bump draft the 6 truck. Man, he was tucked up tight. To his outside, no room for the exit there. And Smith was following Durand. And I don't think he was very aware he had a truck on the outside. He finally got told by the spotter, and he took a quick dive to the left to leave enough space. Boyd is behind these guys, 17th. There's Mackey. Evil, Keir, Mashburn, 21st. David Durand, after his lengthy stay on pit road, kind of stuck back here, 22nd. Gomez and Harold, Russell Harold with right front damage. He was in that wreck on lap 1, and he is missing the right front fender out here just to making laps. Cleek and Wright officially out. Downing on pit road, but I don't know if that truck can continue or not. We're going to go back towards the front because the battle for the lead is heating up. The guy on the outside, Jonathan Scott, alongside Harley Barletta, and he was almost alongside Cody Smith down through the corner. That is a 10-car pack at the front. Actually 9 of them back to Stephen Pearson, but man, tight pack racing. This will go on. If we stay green, it'll go on till we get the pit stops, and that will thin the herd just a little bit. That was the 24 of Blevins that dove to the inside. He went 2 for 1. He got Barletta, and he also got Jonathan Scott, and then a little squeeze play right there on the exit of turn 4. Barletta lost a bunch of momentum. Reed Rundle was trying to get alongside and side draft Barletta. Barletta pulled up and got right on the bumper of Brock Bigelow. Didn't change things too much. But they stayed pretty much side by side. Barletta brushed the fence. Boy, he's lucky he didn't get pulled and glued to it right there. We're still going to go back to the front here and watch because Blevins is still alongside Jonathan Scott. kind of racing where if you get a run, Jonathan Scott loose off the exit. I think that was because he got a lot of air pushed up on him from the 27 of Bigelow. Bigelow got right at the bumper on the exit of that corner. And the 51, lucky he didn't put it in the fence. Good little piece of driving there. It let Blevins get back by him. But if you get a run here, you really have to take it. If you don't try to capitalize on the runs you get, you're going to go backwards. Blinking car, I think it was a 6 car. And he's right here in a pack of cars. Greg Smith, Michael Everett, Hayden Herman, Brandon Mackey, Garrett Boyd are all in this pack. They're right behind Justin Durand. Durand now up to 10th. '26 car of Tyler Horn getting passed by the 83, and it looks like maybe the 25 is going to come around him as well. Pearson took an evasive maneuver from behind the 51. I think 51 got loose on the exit of 4 again without a truck behind him this time. Pretty smooth out of 2. We'll see what he does out of turn 4. Blevins now has the lead. And that time, not too bad. A brush of the fence out of the 27 of Bigelow on the exit of 4. But now Corey Blevins to the point. He's got a gap opened up over Barletta of about 0.4 of a second. And Harley Barletta right back to the top of the racetrack. Rundle and Bigelow have been door to door almost the entire run. The last about 14 laps. It's like they're tied together and can't get away from one another. Cody Smith got in on the bottom, got a little tight, rolled off the throttle. Loses 2 spots because he had to roll off that throttle. Bigelow went by, Rundle went by, and that'll move him back into the 5th spot. Here comes Steven Pearson making a run. He's going to be 3 wide at the exit of 2. Durand will be on the bottom, Pearson in the middle, and Jonathan Scott up top. Still 3 wide on the exit, this time of 4. That's Cody Smith into the wall. Pearson went up to use him as a block to get the 51 off the outside. He'll go right through the middle. Justin Durand will dip to the bottom. Here comes Greg Smith. Pulls up, pulls alongside, and then loses the momentum battle to the 51 truck. Meanwhile, 3/4 of a second. Now the gap, make it 0.8 of a second. Blevins to Barletta, then Bigelow and Arundel tucked in 1, 2, 3. Behind your leader. 2nd, 3rd, and 4th right there. Pearson is 5th. He's trying to reel those guys in. He'd like to make it a 4-car party, try to run that leader down. He may bring Justin Durand right along with him. Now Durand on the bottom. Around the 83, and he'll slide up in front of him Move Justin Durand from 28th to 5th in the first 21 laps of this race. It's always a rough time to be a fan of somebody not out front, my man. He's back here 16th. He's right in front of Garrett Boyd. David Durand. Behind Horn and Kamba. This is a pretty good battle. Kamba and Everett. Kamba around the 8. Can he get Coy Callis in the 2? He's up on the high side. He fired. Wow. You know, he's out here doing it, my man. You're talking to me in chat. I'm just defending a guy that's racing right now. Still early. He's got a lot of time. He's up to 15th. He started 27th. He's picked up 12 spots. That's a pretty good run so far. Blevins is out front still, but the gap is starting to shrink. It's under a half second now as these guys have gotten organized behind him. Bigelow, Barletta, Rundle, Durand, Pearson, Smith, Spalding, Jonathan Scott, all got organized there and got in a single file line. And they reeled back in the leader under half a second. And I'll tell you what, Brock Bigelow's probably sniffing that draft right now. 27 truck closing just a little bit. Here comes Rundle alongside Barletta on the inside again. Durand with a big run out of 4. He'll dip down to the apron, try to make it 3 wide as we get into turn 1. Rundle went to the middle, left enough of a lane, and Durand will go by. Durand went 2 for 1, as a matter of fact. He's up to 3rd. Meanwhile, at the front, Bigelow within a truck length. Cross that dirty air, and Bigelow. Lucky he didn't clip the fence right there. Come up across that wake of air coming off the 24, and the nose just doesn't stay planted anymore. Oh, wrecking behind. We're getting a caution. That's Greg Smith. I saw it. Let's see what we see here. Yeah, we weren't on Greg Smith. How'd we miss him? Let's go look again, because this was what we saw. Oh, we see trucks coming together. Let's back that up just a little bit. Up the hill. Contact between 6 and the 83. Same matter, can't occupy the same space in the same time. It tends to bring out yellow handkerchiefs. We saw that, my man. We saw what? Spin the tires? Is that what happened? So we'll pretty much guarantee you we are going to see pit stops right here out of these guys. Lap 27. Single filing them coming in. Chris Gaxel stays out. He's going to try to get a lap back. Take that wave around. Well, I don't know if everybody's got to pit. I think everybody's going to have to pit anyway. But tires, that's what everybody wants right now. Everybody wants some tires. That was Corey Blevins who missed his pit stall. So did Greg Smith right behind him. And now Smith's in his pit stall a little crooked. I think Bigelow is going to win the battle off pit road. But Justin Durand, by virtue of having the second pit stall, he's going to get himself up to third here. Then Camba, Mackey. So let's see what we can do here. Brandon Mackey, got a copy.
I got you, Roger. How we doing?
Doing all right up here. How's things down there on the very fast, very aero-dependent, and very bumpy Autoclub Speedway?
It's not too bad so far. We've working our way up through the pack here. I tried to save my tires a little bit there early in that first run so we could have a little turn through the middle of the corner there towards the end, and I feel like it was kind of working. I was able to pick a couple guys off and avoided a few incidents, so we just got to keep her going straight and keep her moving the right way here.
Well, everybody's going to have to stop again. Is this a split it up, or do you go ahead and just try to run it dry and hope that you don't get any more cautions and run that last little bit out with fresher tires than everybody else?
I think with what we got going on, if we go green, I'd probably run it out, and then you can run the last bit of laps as hard as you can, would probably be my thoughts. But you know, we got to see how it plays out here and adjust on the fly and make use of these tires as much as we can when we put them on.
All right, man. Well, good luck the rest of the way. Keeping yourself out of the mayhem, and hopefully we get a chance to talk to you at the end of this thing.
All right, sounds good, Roger. Hopefully we'll talk to you here soon.
Brandon Mackey in the 99 truck. He is going to restart. 5th. Bigelow got the point away from Blevins. Blevins missed his pit stall, and he is all the way back to about 8th now. Came in with the lead. He lost 7 positions. Ryan Camba's the big mover in this deal. He's up 10 spots, but he picked up spots on pit road. He's got himself in the top 5 here. Going to restart 4th in the 204 truck. Coming down for the restart. We'll see if anybody spins their tires now, because the initial start was a little sketchy. I think everybody learned a lot from that initial start. Bigelow got a good restart. Justin Durand now almost into second. He just not quite going to have the momentum and the exit line he needs to get around the 81. He'll slide to 3rd. Mackey is now 4th, and Camba is 5th. Rundle trying to get clear of Jonathan Scott here. He dives into 3 alongside Ryan Camba. Corey Blevins already up and alongside Jonathan Scott. Single file for a couple positions behind that. That's Coy Callis, Garrett Boyd in the top 10 now. Then there's David Durand. Mike Forrester behind him. Michael Everett, Hayden Herman, 14th now. And then Greg Smith after his run in with the 83 truck. It looks like Steve Pearson has taken that 83 truck to the garage. Terminal damage. Todd Keir, Horn, Gomez, Cody Smith. Back to 19th. He was up front battling for the top spot earlier in this race. Ebel, Gaxel. There's Kevin Spalding, and then Jacob Mashburn quite a ways back in the 22. Russell Harold still on track with that missing right front fender. He is making the laps. He's only 3 laps down at the moment. Meanwhile, while we were gone, Harley Barletta took the lead away. Looking to see exactly when that happened. Barletta, Bigelow, Justin Duran still third. Reed Rundle now fourth. Here's a run out of the 24 truck, and I thought he was going to pull alongside Brandon Mackey, but he is going to stay in line. He's right in front of Ryan Kamba. Garrett Boyd has picked up a couple spots since the restart. He's 8th. Make it 7th now as he goes low and gets around Kamba. Jonathan Scott, David Durand will finish out the top 10. Callis, Greg Smith trying to recover. Make a pass on the 69 of Mike Forstner for 12th. That not quite completed. Forstner had a good run out of the top side of turn 2. Will he have that same run coming out of turn 4? Had a little momentum. The lane's open. There is all kinds of moving around going up here at the front. They are trying to break the draft, and everybody's way too close for that. Bigelow right beside Duran. I thought for sure that was going to be contact. It looked like when Duran slotted himself back in between the 27, the 43, the 43, showed his appreciation for getting his nose chopped. Mackey and Boyd are side by side. We'll see if this materializes into a battle. These have been very short-lived. Guy on the bottom either makes the run right on by, or the guy on the top has huge momentum on the exit of the corner. And I think we're going to see the latter of those two happen. And Mackey's going to have a run 3 wide as Blevins tries to go between trucks. Boyd had protected the bottom because Greg Smith looked like he was going to try to get the nose all the way down to the white line and get to the inside there. They are running it from the top to the bottom right now. Three wide. Blevins, David Durand, and Garrett Boyd. That works itself out pretty quick, and Greg Smith went around the high side. Boyd lost 2 spots right there from turn 2 to turn 3. Bigelow under fire again. Justin Duran tried to come up alongside, side draft him a little bit. Father Time's having a good run tonight. Up here in the top 4, and he gave a little push to the 27. Brandon Mackey going to go high side in 3 and 4. Got a little loose on the exit. Blevins almost got into the rear bumper. They gave David Durand the high side, and he drove the 42 truck to the center of the corner before he lifted. And he pulls right alongside. Mackey's going to dip from the middle to the top, to the bottom, back to the middle, back to the top, right in front of Greg Smith. looking a little racy tonight. Let's go back towards the front. Barletta has got a pretty good gap, but Justin Durand finally got around Brock Bigelow. Here comes David Durand. That's a hell of a story. Brock Bigelow puts himself back between the Durand boys. Don't want to let those two get nose to tail. They'll start the draft. They'll probably work themselves right away from the field. Bigelow down the hill, squeeze the door, and at the 42 got loose because the 43 was on his right rear corner and took all the air away from that spoiler on the back of the truck. David Durand gives up another spot. He's back to the 5th spot now, right in front of Corey Blevins. Greg Smith and Garrett Boyd, the two DSSN trucks battling each other. 8th and 9th. Ryan Kemp is still 10th. Michael Everett. Shout out 8 truck. He's in the top 11 and he's in the lead pack right now. Then Scott, Herman, Forstner, and Horn around in the top 15 now. Gomez a little bit off of that. 16th. Callis. That's a group of trucks. Keir, Cody Smith, and Brad Ebel all in this. It's a ways back to Gaxel and Spalding and Jacob Mashburn. Quite a ways back as well. And it looks like Russell Harold on pit road. Probably a scheduled stop for him. We'll see if they found a right front fender they could stick back on that truck. Meanwhile, Justin Durand reeled in the leader. Now he's going to try to make a bid just shy of halfway to take the lead for the first time this evening. Justin Durand down the backstretch to the point. Bigelow just wants to stay in his tire tracks. Barletta kept him down on the exit. Bigelow lost a lot of momentum there. That's going to put Corey Blevins in a position to make an attack. Top 11 still in a pack right here. 11th place truck of Michael Everett, and he's only 1.7 seconds off the leader. Garrett Boyd with a move to the apron and back in front of trucks, and he'll put himself 5th now. Brandon Mackey's 6th. Reed Rundle's still hanging around there in the 7th spot. Creeping in on halfway. Ooh, 6 truck sideways out of turn 2. He slid the right rear big time, trying to stay on the inside of Corey Blevins. And he lost the spot to Blevins, lost the spot to Kemba. He's in danger of losing a spot to Michael Everett here. Meanwhile, the front is becoming a battle zone once again. David Durand got back to Brock Bigelow. And Bigelow just keeps closing the exit line off. That's going to allow Garrett Boyd now to get a run. Boyd will move to 4th. Mackey and Blevins. Blevins got sideways exit of turn 2 right in front of Reed Rundle right there. That right rear slid out. He was trying to turn the truck down the hill, and it decided it wasn't going to go. Mackey dragging the fence down the front stretch. Garrett Boyd now has reached the back bumper of the 27 of Brock Bigelow. Had to give up some space getting into turn 1 as the truck gets so tight in the dirty air. But he gets around Harley Barletta. He brings David Durand with him. I truly hope that is not the truth and you are fabricating things, sir. Truck coming out of the pits, or I think it was Jacob Mashburn that was coming out of the pits. Bigelow, Boyd, David Durand, Harley Barletta, Brandon Mackey, Corey Blevins, Reed Rundle. Then it's Greg Smith and Ryan Camba now through the top 10. Hayden Herman up to 11th. Just a tiny bit, but he's about 1 second behind Ryan Camba. He needs to get about 4 more tenths of a second closer. He'll sniff the draft off the back of the 204. He'll be able to start pulling his way up into that lead battle. Michael Everett had fallen off and fallen in behind Hayden Herman. Jonathan Scott, Mike Forshner, and Todd Kierf through the top 15 right now. That top 10 is a single file line until Harley Barletta and Brock Bigelow dive to the inside. Barletta dove to the inside. He lost a spot to Mackey. He may lose a spot to Blevins here. Battle for the lead. Bigelow pulled to the inside. I don't think he's got the momentum to finish the pass. He dips back behind, and Garrett Boyd is going to go on the attack. Boyd around Bigelow. Boyd went back to back before the All-Star break. He's closed in a little bit in the points, had a bad week last week. Stayed in the top 5, and now he wants to go back to the front. He's going to beat the toughest guy in the series right now. He's going to win this. We're just past halfway, completing 52 of 100. Still got pit stops coming up. Blevins up to 3rd. That moves Bigelow to 4th, and Mackey is now 5th. He's got company. Reed Rundle, Greg Smith, David Durand, Ryan Camba on the move. Camba right through the middle. David Durand to the high side. May have enough momentum to take the spot back. It was Camba's for a moment. Contact between the 204 and the 81. That'll put Camba back to 10th. Durand and Boyd is going to the outside. Justin Durant running hard enough to stay out front. Now Corey Blevins stays up high up the front stretch. Mackey now up to fourth, and I think Rundle's trying to follow him through. They'll be 3 wide through turns 1 and 2. Justin Durand running down low, trying to break the draft of the 21 truck. He knows he's there. Greg Smith slides between trucks off the bumper of the 43 and off the front bumper of the 42. He slid into position. And it looks like he's going to clear Reed Rundle. And he'll be 6th. Meanwhile, Boyd is not giving up much in the way of ground to the 5 truck. Push from the 24 to the 21. Boyd stays high. Blevins to the middle. Bigelow was low, and Mackey stayed high. This track lends itself to multi-groove racing. And these guys are using every single one of them. Corey Blevins just trying to get a little air on the left front corner of that 24 truck. Durand keeping it about 2/10 right now. This time Blevins has a big run. He isn't going to go anywhere. He didn't try to dive to the inside of Garrett Boyd right there. Boyd trying to dive on the inside of the 5 truck of Justin Durand. Just nothing there. Mackey at a run on the 24. He'll go inside. He gets up to the door of the 21 of Garrett Boyd. He'll clear the 21, and now we'll see if the 99 can do anything. 24 had a run on the exit. He's going to go right back by both Boyd and Mackey. That time Durand stays high. Interesting choice. He's going to keep Blevins in the battle with Mackey, Boyd, Bigelow. Greg Smith is 6th. David Durand following him through the field. .40 to go. Caution! And that'll change this race drastically. Tyler Horn has had a problem. Oh, he got loose on the exit of that. Oh, yeah, he's going to get creamed right here. Up the hill. Clips the fence. Truck got a little loose. He's going to lose it to the right. Gaxel nowhere to go. Hammers the back end of the 26. There's our caution. So we're in the window to make it the rest of the way. Durand, Mackey, Boyd, Blevins, Bigelow, Smith, David Durand, Rundle, Barletta, and Campbell are the top 10. Then Hayden Herman up to 11th. Gomez, Everett, Evil, Forstner, Callis, Keir, Scott, Gaxel still on the lead lap. Spalding and Cody Smith in that 7 truck right there, the last truck on the lead lap right now. Tyler Horn will be back scored on the lead lap, but he is way behind, going to have to catch the field. These guys will be getting ready to head for pit road. Everybody coming in, fuel and tires. They can make it the rest of the way on what they'll have when they get out of here. Looks like Hayden Herman will be the first to hit his pit box. Garrett Boyd is going to be next, and then Brock Bigelow. Comes Cody Smith finally into his box. Durand, Mackey, Blevins, Bigelow, Smith, Boyd, David Durand, Harley Barletta, Reed Rundle, Ryan Campbell. So not much changed. The way they come out is the way they went in. Corey Blevins, you got a copy?
I got you.
All right, man. It looks like dirty air is a huge thing right now, and everybody's doing some aero blocking. You got to have about 37 or 38 laps to go in this thing. How are you going to get that 24 through all that nasty air and pick up the win here tonight?
Well, first of all, I ain't not going to the front at all because this is going to be fuel saving mode because we are right at the edge of making it. So there's going to be literally no one that wants to lead here, I don't think, to be honest.
Well, that's going to make this exciting because if no one wants to lead, somebody's just going to go out there and do it. Just to jackrabbit and to hope that they catch a caution that gives them an advantage. So that'll be interesting watching all you guys jockey to not be the leader. But can you get the 24 into victory lane here tonight?
Give it a shot. I've had pretty good luck this week, just in life in general. So maybe, maybe it's the luck of the draw. We'll see. We'll give it a shot. Have it once it's March. So I think it's about time.
All right, man. Well, we're going to let you get back to it. Keep the rough side facing down for us. Bring it home on the podium, all right?
All right. We'll do.
Driver of the 24, Corey Blevins. We are doubled up. We're ready to get back to it. Durand chose the outside for the restart. And you can just everybody's clutching and staying off the throttle and just trying to save as much as they possibly can. Well, you're 12th now after the pit stop. At least that's what it looks like. Yeah, you're on the outside. You're 12th right now. We'll say, hey, you know what? Late race run. That's what we're looking for. All right, we're getting ready to get into the restart zone in caution period number 3. Can we go the distance? Can we make 37 laps and the green flag is back in the air? Durand once again wants to control the race. He goes to the point. Bigelow on the outside trying to get second away from Mackey, and he'll get it accomplished. Blevins going to slot in I think behind Boyd. Well, he was almost behind Boyd. Boyd makes it a big run through turns 3 and 4. Wow. He went right by Mackey. Mackey went to the middle. Boyd went to the high side and went right around him. Now he's alongside Bigelow. Oh, truck headed to the infield. Reed Rundle, can he hang on to it? Masterful piece of driving right there. Let's go see what happened. Oh, Greg Smith to the inside. Not sure if the spotter had relayed that to him yet or not. Down across and through the grass. He's going to hang on to it. He'll continue, but he's all the way back 21st. He's about 5.5 seconds from this lead right here. Boyd got the second while we were watching that. Bigelow, Blevins, and Mackey the top 5. David Durand is 6. Mike Forstner, late in the going, finds himself in the top 7. He's right in front of Greg Smith. Then Michael Everett in 9th, and Harley Barletta 10th. Ryan Kama 11th. Hayden Herman 12th. And that's Todd Keir in 13th, the last part of that big group. So still 11th, but he's still digging. Meanwhile, Durand and Boyd back to doing the 2-truck tango. Peekaboo in the mirror. Let me try to break your draft. Bigelow and Mackey teammates, and they're going to get stuck in a 3 wide. They slowed each other down, and Blevins is going to go to the outside. Durand, David Durand, the 42, trying to give the 24 a push. Mackey slid behind Durand. Bigelow right on the left front corner of the 42. Goes right back across his nose again. We might have missed something earlier in the race. There may be some heat in a couple of helmets right now. This time the 42 clears the 27. Now he's going to go to work on the 24. He didn't have enough momentum. Barletta to the inside of Greg Smith. That puts him 3 wide with Everett on the top in 3 and 4. Forstner went from the middle to the top. He's still in the 8th spot. Barletta went from the bottom to the middle. He's got a lot of momentum right here. This pack, very, very racy. $30 to go. Nobody wants to give an inch right now. If you do, it's going to cost you. Here comes a pass for the lead, possibly. I don't think it'll happen because the Durand boys have now gotten nose to tail, and that may be a nail in the coffin for the rest of the field. Blevins in the middle of the racetrack alongside Justin Durand for the lead. David Durand dipped out of line and went all the way to the outside there. .42 with a push to the 5, getting down in the corner. Harley Barletta still trying to come forward. He is up to the 6th spot, almost to 5th. He's got to clear the 99 truck. Meanwhile, Garrett Boyd in line behind Corey Blevins. Blevins went from the outside to the inside. If he gets across the nose of the 5 here, he may be able to hang on to the lead. He said nobody's going to want to lead this. He is up here racing for it. Justin Durand back alongside, and he noses in front of the 24. But Blevins leads the lap. Barletta went all the way to the bottom on the front straight. Blevins in between the 2 Durand boys. He won't get help from the 42. If he pulls out a line, he'll be on his own. But here comes Brandon Mackey, who just got around Garrett Boyd. And Brandon Mackey is going to dive to the bottom and try to get multiple positions. Made the move and picked up absolutely nothing right there. Passed 2 trucks and got passed by both of them on the way back out. But Greg Smith now is in the mix. Garrett Boyd is up on the high side trying to do the stuff that he was doing earlier. That time 24 got super loose, exit to the corner. Five in the 42, nose to tail. Greg Smith alongside Corey Blevins. Oh, contact. Tiny bit of contact in the 6 truck. Had to drop to the inside. It cost him 2 spots. It might cost him a 3rd. 69 truck now in the top 5. Mike Forstner. Crossed in front of the 99 of Mackey. Right alongside the 6 truck. Forstner following Garrett Boyd, trying to pull the draft off the 21. Meanwhile, Durand out front. Blevins, Boyd. Here comes Brock Bigelow on the bottom. This is all with 25 to go. We're racing like it's 2 to go. Forster right across the bumper of the 27, and the 27 got loose because of it. Barletta had momentum and went around Forstner. So does Greg Smith. So Forstner now back to 9th. He was 5th just a moment ago. Michael Everett, Ryan Campbell. That's 11th. Hayden Herman still 12th. Right in the pack. Todd Keir right behind him. Here Reed Rundle's made a nice recovery. Rundle is 14th. He's only 2.8 seconds off the lead. If he can sniff the draft of that truck in front of him, if he can pick up Todd Keir, he can get back to this pack. He might be able to start carving his way through it. Still Durand out front. Bigelow battling side by side with Blevins. 3rd and 4th, and it is 3 wide behind that. Garrett Boyd was trying to get a little side draft off the 81. down that backstretch, and it looked like it worked because he's able to get in front of him into 6th. Forster is back to 7th. Weird things going on in here. Top 5 nose to tail now. Well, they were for about 10 truck lengths. Then they're going to fan out 3 wide. Side by side at 4th place, Mackey and Bigelow. Behind that, Barletta was nearly side by side with Garrett Boyd. Great racing. About as intense as it gets. They still got 20 laps to go, and they're racing them like this. Still watching this front group. They are all over each other. The instant somebody gets a run, oh, there's contact up the backstretch. Here comes the big one. Oh, Bigelow got it through traffic, found the fence, but man, I'll tell you what, there was a lot of contact right there. Little pushing and shoving, and somebody up front didn't get quite going right and bumped the truck in front of him, lost some momentum, started a bit of a chain reaction. That'll knock Bigelow all the way back to 14th, and it'll thin this group out a little bit. Single file through the top 7. That's Barletta. Then there's a tiny gap. Reed Rundle is now up to 8th. And I got a feeling if the 43 gets to the 6, we're going to see some very tight racing going on. And he's getting there. I knew this was going to happen. I called it. They're both out of the racing surface, and not going to get a caution. So that'll thin that group out even more now. Justin Duran, David Duran, Brandon Mackey, Corey Blevins, Garrett Boyd, Harley Barletta. Top 6 with a big breakaway from Camba in 7th, Forster in 8th, Hayden Herman to 9th, and Todd Keir now up to the 10th spot. He's got Michael Everett right beside him. Brandon Mackey tried to push the 5 clear of the 42. Couldn't get it done. Now the 5 and the 42 are going to swap for the lead. And And Justin Durand able to take it back with a big run down the backstretch. Shuffles Mackey to the outside. Oh, contact. 42 came up to side draft. 99 come down off the wall, got into the right-hand door. Only lost a couple of spots. He got one of them back. Mackey to the inside. All the way to the apron. Can he hang onto the truck? I don't think so. He had to really pedal it because that running down on the apron de-wedged that 99 and he took off for the outside wall. Blevins gonna inherit that second spot. He's gonna go for the lead. Corey Blevins now to the point as he saved enough fuel to make the last 14 laps, and can he keep the 5 truck behind him? Garrett Boyd and David Durand are going to run door to door. They'll go 3 wide, and Mackey will be the top of that sandwich. Ryan Camba up to 7th. He's all by himself now. Hayden Herman is 8th. Todd Kierkegaard, Mike Forstner went to pit road. That's why we've got a truck out. I think the right front. Maybe clipped the fence a little bit there somehow. Probably got some dirty air. Clipped the fence. We're coming around to 12 to go. And Blevins has the lead. Justin Durand, Brandon Mackey, Garrett Boyd, David Durand, and now that was Garrett Boyd with a brush of the fence coming out of turn 4. These guys have been running so hard, the tires have got to just be screaming for mercy. You catch a little dirty air, the tire just can't help you. David Durand across the node, Brandon Mackey nicked the fence. Car right in front of Blevins. I think it's the 707 of Gak. No, it's the 43 of Reed Rundle. Rundle stays high. Top 4 get clear. Top 5 look like they're going to get clear. It's going to be Barletta tucked behind. Camba not making ground on the group in front of him, but not losing ground either. Then Hayden Herman and Todd Keir starting to get closer together at 8th and 9th. There's Michael Everett with a top 10 right now. It's Brock Bigelow in 11th. Right rear corner damaged on that truck. Go back to the front because it's starting to become a little bit of a battle for 3rd place right now. David Durand and Brandon Mackey, and now the Durand boys are back together. Everybody's chasing Corey Blevins. The 42 with a push to the 5. And this is the team thing here. Brothers getting together, trying to draft up, push one past. David Durant went in the middle, almost drifted to the top, cut it down, but he took the air off of Brandon Mackey. This time Mackey gets to the right side going into turn 1 of the 42. That time the dirty air off the 42, the 99. Sliding to the outside, got into that right rear corner. Garrett Boyd had a run, pulled to the inside of Brandon Mackey. Now he'll be alongside David Duran. Harley Barletta right there, 6th place. He's right in the middle of this. He just wants some clean air so he can try to make a run. We're down to 6 to go. Barletta the outside of Boyd. Boyd will slow a little and get in line. Mackey, Barletta, and Boyd are going to have to work together to break up the 5 and the 42. They'll have a shot at the 24. Wave lap coming up this time. 5 to go. That time Mackey with a big mistake. Slid the truck way out in 3 and 4. He let Barletta and Boyd get by. Herman was trying to pull the draft off the 43. He was just trying to get away, trying to stay in front of Todd Keir. He's 8th right now. Keir is 9th. They've been trying to catch Ryan Kamba, but Kamba's holding station. Duran dipped to the inside. Blevins tried the late block, and it didn't work out. Now he's going to have to lay on the door. I don't think it's going to help. It's a good run. And the 42 will pull behind the 5 and give him a big push down the backstretch. Contact again and again. And here, 5 truck backwards. We're going to get a caution. Back racing, and that's how it goes. We're going to go here. We're going to go watch Justin Durand on this. We got to back that up because this starts just a little before that. Side trap. A push from behind got Durand a little bit out of shape. Moved him to the right a tiny bit. He got in the door of the 24. When they came apart, they instantly came back together. And David Duran took the worst of that. We'll go watch his whole crash. He's going to get hit when he comes back up the racetrack. Ryan Kamba got him. Kamba was having a great night. That is going to end it for him. Now we're going to get some overtime with Blevins, Boyd, Mackey, Barletta. We'll see how damaged Kamba's truck is. Yeah, he decided to go to pit road. He may have a whole lot of damage that we can't see with suspension. Yeah, right front looks like it's towed way out. Todd Keir, Hayden Herman, he'll be 6th, Bigelow 7th, Everett 8th, Callis, Spalding, then Justin Durand 11th. Everybody else pretty much on pit road. And David Durand trying to get to pit road. See if they can do something with that 42 truck. Oh, it's going to get exciting. Michael Everett, you got a copy?
What's up?
All right, man, running 8th right now. We're going to have a little 2-lap sprint to the end here. Can you pick off a couple more trucks in front of you?
I'm going to try. I'm going to be close on fuel, so I hope, yeah.
I think everybody's going to be really close on fuel. I think overtime was not what anybody was looking for.
I literally have like 2 laps left there, so.
Shut it off down the straightaways, start it back up, roll through the corners, save every freaking drop you can, man. Keep all 4 on the ground, and let's see if you can get you a podium out of this thing here in a minute.
All right.
8 truck of Michael Everett. I think everybody's going to be super tight on fuel. We're ready to get back at it because the lights are off on the pace car. And that means we are going to run overtime. We will oh, no, truck side. What in the world? Hayden Herman fans, close your eyes. I don't know what happened here.
Back on the pace car. We're not going green this time. We are not going green.
No idea what happened there. I think he downshifted. I think he downshifted. I'll go back. Let's go in the cockpit. I think the 01 downshifts right here at the start-finish line. Had the clutch. Wow. Well, he's going to get his spots back. Looks like he's going to restart about 6th here anyway, so we will see. We're getting ready to be in the restart zone. Overtime for the Midwest Truck Series at Autoclub Speedway. We're going to have one more lap. Oh, that is going to be so tight for everyone. This is going to change the fuel even more. It's going to put somebody like a Michael Everett where he's probably going to run out of fuel if he hasn't already, and I think he might have already. 8 truck cannot get going. I think the 8 truck has run out of fuel. There's going to be some other guys that are probably going to be super tight on fuel. We may see more of these guys towards the front here running out as we take the white. Everybody getting them lined up, ready to go. We're going to go green this time. There's somebody down on, that is a, was that the 20? Who was that? Was that the 25 truck I just saw go by? He's got to be getting ready to be out of fuel. Yeah, that's Kevin Spalding. He's got to be about to be out of fuel, or he wouldn't have pulled down and tried to run to pit lane right there. All right, this time we're going to get a restart. Blevins and Boyd on the front row. Barletta and Mackey in row 2. Keir and Herman in row 3. That's Brock Bigelow trying to push on Todd Keir. Spinning tires, we're going to go. I thought we were going straight back to yellow. Barletta kept it facing forward. We're going to stay green. Who's got enough fuel to get to the end is the question. Hayden Herman was behind that mess. He's fallen like a rock. He might be running out of fuel. He's back to 13th already. He restarted 6th. Mackey has cooled the tires, going right back to the top. Two to go that time. Mackey is back in touch with the 2 leaders. Blevins might be running out of fuel. Oh, who's running out of fuel? They were just loose and out of shape coming up the back. The tires have got to just be worn completely out right now. Coming around to the white flag. Can Boyd get any kind of push? Can Mackey do anything with the 2 in front of him? Boyd got to the corner. There comes Hayden Herman out of the pits right there. He'll lose a lap. Boyd is going to sneak by on the high side. 24 truck seems like he's out of fuel. So does the 21. Who's that going to leave? Justin Durand is going to drive by everybody. Ryan Kamba is right there. Chris Gaxel is right there. Kamba's got the high side. Not going to be enough to get him there. Slow truck in the way. Justin Durand is going to come from nowhere, and he didn't get it. Gaxel steals the win. Durand was second, Kamba third, Arundel recovers to fourth, and Jonathan Scott to 5th. What a finish. Justin Durand running out of fuel right there at the very end, and Chris Gaxel on the bottom. Got to the line first. Kamba almost got second away from Durand. What a finish. Fuel mileage, and it doesn't always work out the way you think. We saw it last night over the stock car series. Guy come off of turn 4 right to the end of pit road. Car starts running out of fuel, and the guy that was 2 seconds behind him beat him by about a car length to the line to steal the win. So it's Gaxel, Durand, and Kamba, Rundle and Scott, the top 5. Horn, Barletta, Boyd, Cody Smith, Bigelow, Blevins, Mackey, Callis, Evil, Herman 15th. Then Keir, Spalding, Mashburn, Greg Smith, Michael Everett, David Durand, Mike Forstner, Russell Harold, Kyle Gomez, Stephen Pearson, Travis Downing, Gary Wright, and Todd Cleek. What a finish. Where's Chris Gaxel in all this mess? Oh, there he is. We're going to drop him for just a moment, and then we're going to move him here. And we're going to get ready to start talking to these guys. Wow, I'm still blown away by the finish of this thing. Truck's getting pushed back to pit road. Well, let's get ready to talk to The driver that finishes third. The truck is a little damaged, so we can't say he didn't wreck it at all tonight. But he manages to come home third. He almost got second. Ryan Kamba. That was an interesting finish.
You better check your lineup because I'm showing second.
I show you third.
Either way, I get to talk to you. I'll take it.
I got you 5/1000ths of a second behind Justin Durand. And
That
067
was,
and an 072 behind Gaxel, who came from nowhere.
That was wild.
When were you good on fuel? Because it looked like pretty near everybody else was out of fuel, especially when we got the overtime.
I wasn't good on fuel when we got that last caution. I looked and I was short by half a lap, and I said I can't save this, so I had to go in. I was in fourth place. I wanted to cry, and it's like, what am I going to do? Everybody else is better than me. And then there was some post-caution activity on the front stretch, and the caution got extended, and I guess everybody else wasn't that much further ahead than me.
Well, it doesn't matter how it works out. You still come home on the podium, and you ran good all night long. We saw you up there in the top 6, 7, and we saw you dive to pit road and give up all those spots. So, not gambling seems to have been the perfect call.
It worked out, so we're going to run with it.
Well, awesome job tonight, man. Second or third, and like I said, I show you third, but if the official standings are second, good on you. Fantastic run for that Hams Beer SecureALift truck. Give me some shout-outs, some thank yous before I let you get out of here tonight, man.
Absolutely, absolutely. I mean, we couldn't do this without the Midwest Truck Series throwing this together, making this possible for everybody, organizing this. There's a lot that goes on behind the scenes. The Dirt Racing Network does an awesome job broadcasting this every week, week in, week out, talking to the guys, making the show worthwhile watching and everything. And I really got to send a shout out to SecureALift boat lift restraint systems. I mean, they slam their name on the car. They help us out. They make this happen. They help the entire league out. I can't thank them enough. And I'm proud to have them next to Hams Beer. Speaking of that, I'm going to go have one. You want one? I'll bring one up.
Bring one up to me, my brother. Thanks for chatting with us. Congrats on an awesome night, man. Good to see the 204 finally have a great evening in the racing world. And kudos to you for making that non-gamble smart move.
Thanks, Roger. You have a good night.
Ryan Kamba finishing third here tonight in what has been one of the wildest finishes I've been a part of in a while. Justin Durand, moment of glory, and then poof, no engine sound.
Yeah, I don't know. We got a green white checkered, and then all of a sudden it said it was like 3 to go, so that just completely threw off there. And if I was obviously 2 to go there, I was going to be good. But then again, so other people there. Yeah, that was a wacky race. I mean, I'll take the third after the incident with their Corey. No hard feelings there. It was racing. It happens. But that was absolutely nuts there.
Tell us from the cockpit. I wanted to ask you about that. Going up the backstretch, you guys are going to come around and probably get 2 to go right there, I think it was. And then a little push from behind, and the 24 side drafting on the right side. You guys bump, and when you come apart, for whatever reason, dirty air, weird physics, you guys just slammed back together.
Yeah, I got a shove there from David there. We were trying to work together to save fuel and just make the run at the right time. I mean, I don't know if he hit me off center, but I don't think he did. I think it was just a little too aggressive side drafting by the 24 there. I mean, it happens. He's fighting for the win, so there's no. I mean, I'm not saying he did anything wrong, but you just gotta be a little more aware of the spatial awareness there. So he kind of hit me there. I kind of got off of him, and then I thought I had the truck saved. I don't know if I hit him. We hit together first. I got to look at the replay, or if I got shoved behind by the 21, and then just started the chain reaction wreck there. Yeah, that was a lot of fun battling there. I mean, sucks it was going to come down to fuel before that yellow anyway, because I mean we were just kind of coasting down straightaways. Overall, yeah, a lot of fun though. Just thought I probably had a little bit better pace than third, but I mean, I'll take it after the incident and just a bunch of chaos running out of fuel. So.
Well, awesome job nonetheless. Going to help you in the points because all the competition finished way back behind you. So you're going to get to extend your lead a little bit, man. I know it wasn't a win, but a second place is still pretty darn good around here. So give me some shout-outs, some thank yous, and I'll let you get out of here tonight.
Yeah, just shout out here in the Midwest Truck Series. Very clean race for the most part. I wish we got green flag stops, get a little bit of strategy and separation. That would have been fun to see, but I mean, 100 laps here is you're usually packed together pretty tight here. So, overall, a lot of fun from everybody tonight. So that's a good race. And then obviously SecureALift Boat Lift Restraint Systems for sponsoring. Hopefully it was a good show for everybody there too. And then you and the Dirt Race Worker, and I'm sure that was probably a blast to call there. A lot of guys just run out. You didn't even know what was going to go on. So, and then obviously shout out to Chris there. I think that's probably his first win. So that's a heck of a way to get it there.
Awesome job, man. Thank you for chatting with us, and we will look forward to seeing you back here next week for round number 9.
Yep. Yes, sir.
Justin Durand, everybody, second here tonight. And now, the dark horse. I tried to get him sponsors at the beginning of the show. There's nothing on this truck, guys. He's a race winner now at Midwest Truck Series. He came out of nowhere at the very end of it. Gaxel, you saved just enough fuel.
Yeah, actually, I went in the pits and had plenty of fuel. Had no fuel prior to that caution. I was learning how to save fuel. It's been a long time since I've been up front. I don't think I've ever won one. So, man, what a great race tonight.
I recall a couple of really good runs. I remember one at Daytona. You were really close, and at the end, a lot of mayhem. But I believe this is your first win in the series. And doesn't matter how you get them, but this one, pretty wild that last, 5 laps.
Yeah, it started off terrible. I got caught up in that first crash on the first lap, and I had unrepairable damage, and my car was just slow. But I guess it just kept me out of the way.
Well, the best place to be is not in the mess whenever it happens. And if being a little bit off pace and being out of all of that crazy racing in front of you works out like it did tonight, I think I would maybe investigate that a little more and see if we can't make that work as a strategy every week.
All right. Well, I thank you guys for having me out here, and it's been a lot of fun. And these guys are really, really tough to play with.
All right, man. You got some shout-outs other than that right there, or are we good here, buddy? Because I know you want to go celebrate this win.
Hey, I'm just ecstatic. I don't even know what to say. So, yeah, we're going to keep it good at that. We'll see you guys next week.
All right. Good job tonight, man. Congrats. Thanks for chatting with us, and I will see you back here next Wednesday night.
Thank you. Thank you. Have a good night.
Chris Gaxel, everybody, finished on the top step of the podium, and a first-time race winner. Sometimes they don't always get all of the shout-outs out there, so I know he, SecureALift Boat Lift Restraint Systems, Midwest Truck Series, everybody that helps bring this alive. He'll have something that he can go back and watch ever so often and get that warm, fuzzy feeling from again and again, and that's always something that's awesome to have. So, fantastic race. That was a lot of fun to call. I like the close quarters racing sometimes. This track, and if we'd have got green flag pit stops in, I think you would have seen a lot different race. Would have broke the packs up. But the fun that it was watching those guys give each other dirty air, get each other loose, getting through corners, getting on the exits, side drafting, and made it pretty exciting. And then knowing that everybody was so close on fuel and just trying to figure out who was going to run out. At the end, all the guys up front end up running out, and all the guys that got to pit on the last caution safe and through. So, awesome job by everybody tonight. I'm sure there's some guys that are upset at the way they raced and didn't get finishes that they probably earned. But you know what? Some nights you get the bear, and some nights the bear gets you. And that's just kind of the way racing goes. Good luck, bad luck, good nights, bad nights. So we'll see these guys again next Wednesday night. For all of you, do not forget to tune in tomorrow night and watch the Road to Pro Series Cup. They will be at Daytona. We're going to get to see a lot more of this crazy pack racing stuff. And hopefully they'll put on as good a show as these guys did here tonight. But I want to thank you for being here. Without you, there's no reason to do this whatsoever. And without all the awesome leagues that give us great racing on a nightly basis, there's nothing to cover. So everybody gets a high five, a pat on the back, and a hearty thank you. Till we see you again. Peace and love to everybody. Keep the rough side facing down.